Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. First and foremost, as always, just want to say a big thank you to all the supporters of the channel, everybody who's liked, shared, subscribed, especially those who commented on previous videos. You know, it's greatly appreciated, and I do enjoy reading through them comments and talking to you guys. You know, it may take me a day or so before I can actually sit down and get through them all and reply to each one, but I do try. But yeah, if you're a newcomer to the channel, you know, hope you enjoyed the video, and please go back and check out some of the other videos. And yeah, I think it's been about a week since the last video. I mean, I did say in the last video I'm gonna need some time. It's half term. My partner's having her kids being looked after at the moment, so we got a bit of time together, which we don't usually get. So, and plus, I've been extremely busy with other things. Had a lot of things planned over the bank holiday and what have you. But yeah, so if thanks for sticking by me. I mean, I did notice in that time frame, you know, a few people unsubscribed and what have you. But you know, if I can't take a week off and without losing the interest of some people, you know, that's never going to happen. You know, I'd rather just not do the channel, to be quite fair. You know, this is a bit of an outlet for a bit of a long story, but a bit of a recovery process for me. So I'm just literally doing this to build models and share it with you guys who appreciate it. And yeah, if me not being able to post every other day is an issue, then you know I unfortunately I can't keep up with that kind of demand right now. I mean, I've been through my internet issues a million times, and you know that is still ongoing. We're right at the end of it. I mean, I've been insulted. My intelligence has been insulted enough now, and I think they're finally come to agree to cancel the contract. You know, after a few other issues which have come to light. But yeah, for me uploading videos, it means me driving across the city and uploading them at my partner's house. It's not something I can instantaneously do. It's yeah, there might be big gaps between compared to other channels, but you know, I do try, and when I do put videos out, you know, I'm trying to build a quality product at the end of it for you guys. You know, I don't like to cut corners, and I just do things to the best of my ability at the moment. But yeah, once we get all them other issues sorted out, hopefully it'll be more frequent, because it does make a massive difference to getting to the bench where you know you can just upload something straight away, as opposed to having to plan things in advance. Yeah, so that being said, I do apologise. That was a bit of a ramble there, but yes, I thought we'd start looking at a new project, something to hit the bench next. You know, I've done that Pan Am van we finished last week, and in all fairness, I've not found a display case which is ideal for the diorama yet. I am constantly looking for something which is going to suit what I want to do with that diorama for that. So that's not being forgotten about. But yeah, for this one, so this is the generic box art for the 1963 AMT hardtop. They did a different, obviously a generic one for the 63 convertible, and you know, pretty much everything from, you know, 58 to 63 was whether it be SMP, AMT, were pretty much generic. You got a few where they make special boxes for them with their own box art, but a lot were just generic box arts on the tops. And you know, I think they combined a lot of styling cues from all of the kits in the range. But yeah, what you were left with was you know, pretty much the same box for each kit, and then you'd get your end detail for the actual car. You know, that's the only thing what would indicate what's actually inside. So yeah, this is the 63 Mercury, this particular one. But yeah, I've always fancied building this. It's been on my project list for many years, and to be quite honest, what held it up for a long time. And it's probably a good thing because my skills probably improved over the years. But yeah, it was this front panel really. You know, you can get a kit part, and it's but they are quite hard to find. They're in the front end is from this 63 Mercury. I bought this as a builder. This one as a builder, maybe a couple of years ago or something. But yeah, the reason I bought this one is because it had all the old styling parts still in it. You know, this is a kit which is absolutely jam packed with kit options and different custom options for the model, so to speak. But you know, it's but then it comes to what do you use to build this? I mean, the first thing that does come to mind was it's got the same roof line as the 63 Galaxy, obviously the 63 Mercury. You know, there's other things you can use, I suppose. You know, it's the 64 Mercury, which is which this is the actual this kit got changed into that one. That's why you'll never see the 63 again. So yeah, this one's got the same roof line, or yeah, you could even use the 64. 64's got pretty much the same roof line, but so really, when I first started looking at this box, you know, it was going to be one of them three. Obviously, I've never cut up a 63 Mercury for this. You know, even if I restored one in here, it's probably going to get restored as factory stocks. But yeah, I mean, I think so. Yeah, it's definitely that roof's correct for that by using one of them models, but I just don't think anything else at all lends itself to any of them kits. I mean, you know, the body lines here, you know, it's got such a different body line down here. It really does slope down. You'd have to pretty much fill this full section here, or at least sand it really flat. And I think the problem with that is what you'll get is you just losing any detail. It'll just look like a jelly mold where there's absolutely no detail or curve on the side, and the same with the Mercuries and the 64 Ford. You know, it's you know, there's just so much work in getting them to match this body line. I mean, it also has like a notch up here where the feature line just hits up a little bit, and then that follows on into the rear quarter panel. So I mean, I did want to use something which was 63 based, and in all fairness, after you got your 63 Impala and all the others which came in that range, the Thunderbirds and what have you, and none of them have the correct body line except from, and this is what we're going to probably go with, not this particular one, but we're going to use a Lincoln as a base. I mean, this is a 62, but pretty much from here to here is the same from 61 to 65. So yeah, I mean, I've got a few of these, and yeah, I've probably got 3 or 4 built ones, and I've got a mint in box unbuilt one as well. But I really don't fancy cutting up any of them for this project either. So bearing in mind we've got like that section there, that's the section I really want. It's slab sided like the box art. So yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna use a 65, and even though it's not 63, you know, like I say, that's the reasoning behind me choosing this body style, because it's got, you know, it's got a good slab side to it. Even though it's 4-door, we can adjust all that. It has got a feature line similar to what's on the box art, which we can work with and enhance. we'll probably build this edge up a little bit and curve that up and just put some styrene strips to build this edge up just a tad more, so you get a bit more enhancement on this feature line at the back. But you know, I've got another box of 60s parts, one of many, which I've just started looking for some parts for somebody. Somebody asked me to see if I could find any bits and pieces, but I came across this box and it's full of 60s front ends and what have you, and from various old models, and you know, we've got quite a few nice old bits in there. You know, I think that's front end from a 64 Galaxy, but you know, there's plenty of old stuff in there. But in that, we had another one of these spare, so I don't think I'm going to get away from not pilfering parts out of this, because I've looked through that box and there's no grill inserts or anything. So, but we do have a spare one of these, and that part is just, like I say, the only way to get that part is either in a part slot like that one, which I bought a few years back. I've just never got around to sorting through it yet. But we'll probably, I have married it up against here for width wise, and the width is absolutely spot on, and we'll get that feature line running down really nicely into that front end there. And we can even use this front section here for the hood and what have you. We're just gonna have to modify how the hood's cut open. So even though that might seem a really unlikely choice for this build, for me, who's doing it, I think this is going to be the best candidate. I mean, I'm going to be absolutely gutted if I have to cut a roof off. I mean, I've got quite a few of these in builders as well, but I think I might. I'm probably going to use an old 64 Promo because I like them less than I do the 63s. So we'll probably use one of them, and then when it comes to sort of the rear end, I've got full creative license. I do have an idea on how I want that to look. You know, I think I want the fenders being extended past the trunk line. He has kind of like a Mark 10 Jaguar kind of rear end on it, or maybe a 65 Barracuda rear end. That's the kind of the look I'm going to go for. But yeah, I think with that, we're just going to use full creative license on that, and interior as well. We'll just do some mild custom bits and pieces in the interior, but the rest of the kit's going to be pretty much a screw bottom style, basic style kit. You know, one's going to be all about the bodywork again, a bit similar to that, a bit similar to the Plymouth Roadrunner, which we converted. But you know, that certainly ended up being more than just doing some bodywork and painting it. But so yeah, I think that's going to be quite a nice, interesting project. I have absolutely no idea how it's going to go whatsoever, or how it's going to look when it's finished, and what's going to fight me and what isn't going to fight me, and what I'm going to have to do to modify this body even more. I mean, if I'm using the 63 roof, including the front posts, I'm going to probably end up using the same interior from whatever kit I use, just because the interior opening is probably going to be a bit have a lot less real estate in here. But yeah, I think I think it's going to be an interesting one. It's been one I've wanted to do for a long time, and you know, I think the last 3 1/25 builds have pretty much been the factory stock kind of look. And I do like to build a custom, and I think this will be a nice change from doing another factory stock sort of base kit, or whether it be a fleet kit or something like that. You know, it's and it'll be just interesting to see what we do to make this one. And like I say, I have no doubt in my mind that this isn't going to be an easy project at all, to make it look nice and presentable, and get that same kind of look. But I've not seen one really done before. I've seen other generic box art kits done before. I think there was one on the cover of the Scale Autos magazine, where it used quite a few old rare kits to build just one, and we'll probably be doing at least cutting 2 kits up for this project. And they're probably not going to be the ones I'm using for this. I'm going to have to go through the collection, see what I need to do. Whether if I need to retain the original posts, I've got builders with full windshield frames. I've got ones with broken windshield frames. I've got ones with no windshield frames at all, and which body I actually use is dependent on how much I need to take off from one of these roofs, and how I can adapt one of them roofs to fit. But yeah, I mean, because that might be a big kind of project, and it's all just going to be bodywork for probably a couple of weeks. Once I actually get this week over with and finish, I'm by far, I've got to go around to the partners and help her decorate the boys' rooms and stuff like that. So my bench time this week is going to be pretty much non-existent until the weekend now. But as that's going to be like a sort of a long-running project, I mean, I'd hope to get it done in a month as usual. I don't like these things over going a month. But I've been thinking I must have sold 20 plus of these in my past, bought and sold. I've always wanted to build one. I think there were, when I first bought one, I thought it was like a die-cast repop or something, just for the way the body and the chassis all fit together and stuff like that. But I'm not promising out, but I might just work something like this in a very quick build. This would be a box stock build, and I've been wanting to get one of these built and painted on the shelves. I remember going into Hamleys in London many years ago when this first came out, and somebody had built one and they had it on display, and you'd have done a really good job on it, and it just looked a really nice kit sat on the shelf in that little display cabinet they had. Yeah, it's another fleet style police car, but we might just work something like that in the meantime. I mean, I have no real plans. Like I say, I am extremely busy at the moment, and I am doing everything I can to get these videos on for you guys and the people who stick around. And I really do appreciate it, and the people who've stayed subscribed in my short absence. I really appreciate that too. I mean, it's like I say, I don't think being away from the week means you should unsubscribe. But the other funny thing is, when I mentioned, I think I mentioned in one of them Dodge videos that I was approaching 500 subscribers. I noticed within about 4 hours of me saying that on that video, 6 people unsubscribed. So I mean, that's fair dues, but please do. If you don't want to watch the videos, then just unsubscribe. But just don't carry on watching them. If that's all I'm saying. So we're having a bit of a ramble today, but I've had a really busy, stressful week, I'm afraid. All I can do is apologise for the delays that have happened in between, and like I say, I really do appreciate all the supporters I do have. I know there's a lot of you guys out there who do enjoy watching the videos as and when they come up. But if the best thing to do really is for my channel is probably just press that bell button. I mean, that's if there's a long gap, then at least then when the next video is coming up. And like I say, I do like to build some things that are more unusual than others, with everything I do. So you know, like I say, we aren't doing brand new kit reviews or anything on this channel. You know, that kind of thing doesn't interest me. We'll do older unboxings and stuff like that, but yeah, I think there's enough good people out there doing really good reviews on them, and you don't need another channel doing that kind of thing either. So, you know, leave it to them guys who do a much better job of it than me, and there is plenty of them out there. So, but yeah, I think that being said, I think that's going to be a really nice project. I'm really looking forward to it. And we'll just do what we've started doing. There's going to be no long restoration videos anymore. You might just have a half an hour videos just with updates. I think, you know, that works a lot better. And I'm not asking you to sit through an hour and a half videos. Yeah, once again, thank you ever so much, everybody. And I think the next video we'll do is we'll just see what we've done as the first steps on this conversion here into the generic box art car. So all I can say is enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next video. See you, bye.